What's up, y'all? Today I stopped at one pawn shop and spent a couple hours there, and I think I did pretty well. So I just wanted to make a quick haul video, show you what I got. Most of it was video games. There were actually a few other things that I was interested in that I didn't jump on because really I ended up spending a little bit more than I intended to today. But I think it was worth it. Definitely got a lot of value, and this is it. So basically, the first thing that caught my eye at this pawn shop was Super Nintendo. And I go to this pawn shop a lot. I see old gaming systems every once in a while, and they always put them under the display with just the system, and they'll put a little note on the sticker, like with accessories or whatever. And usually that means that it's going to come with some games too. Now, this one came with an aftermarket controller and an aftermarket power supply and an aftermarket AV cable. Not a real big deal. I mean, they still sell for like 60 bucks on eBay like that, but I've got the parts to make it original, and I can send it into Amazon and get about $75 for it. But as usual, came with a game too. Mario All Stars is a $35 game. So they had a $50 sticker on it. I got them down to 30, and basically I'm gonna sell the. I'm gonna make about 120 bucks or something like that off of this. Next to the Super Nintendo, they had a stack of old Game Boys, and they didn't have prices on any of them. When I asked them what they wanted for them, they didn't even know what they paid. I mean, they bought them in some bulk lot somewhere, and they were kind of thrown in with something else. And I mean, the way pawn shops work, it's just weird, and it's really hard to. I don't even know how they keep track of their inventory sometimes, but once you kind of get to know how they work, then you can get some really good deals on some crazy stuff. But underneath the Game Boys, on the shelf beneath them, was a couple stacks of games. And I know how these guys work. They don't like to spend a lot of money on this old stuff, and they definitely don't like to sit on it for very long. So I asked them what they wanted for everything. They came back with 30 bucks. I didn't even argue. I just took it. So I got 4 Game Boy systems. I mean, just this Game Boy Pocket. It's complete. I guess the black ones are kind of rare. They sell for about $40 on Amazon FBA. So that'll cover that. But total, I mean, $30. Just a quick and dirty valuation estimate, I would say between the games and the systems, probably about $250 there. But once I saw that, I was like, all right, so today I was kind of feeling the lot thing, I like to lot things up. I like to buy big piles of things and then have one or two things worth that I can get my money back for, and then sell the rest for pure profit. And they had a lot of Xbox games as usual, 3DS games. They had a little pile of 3DS games and DS games right next to a pile of 3DS games in the case. And as you can see, Pokemon, Mario, Donkey Kong, Smash Brothers. I mean, these are really hot. They sell really, really fast, and I got them to sell me this stack for 40 bucks. Not terrible. Just like quick estimate, I would say that I'm probably gonna get about $130 out of just these. Pokemon games sell for about $30 or $40 a piece. The Mario game sells for 20 or 30. Donkey Kong's about 20. Super Smash Brothers is about 20 or $30. And then just the loose games, they sell a little bit cheaper, but you still get really good money out of them. They still sell really fast. Video gamers know how Amazon works, and a lot of them just want the game at the best possible price, so they know to click that used link in the listing to try and get the game for as cheap as they can. And so I mean, just these loose games I paid, I think, $30 for, and let's see, they will 80 bucks probably between all of them. Not a horrible return, especially after the good news on the other stuff. Found a couple random Wii games. They were $1 each. Uh, this is actually it was in a Need for Speed box, but when I opened it up, it was Luigi's Mansion. This is like a $30 game just for the disc. That was $1. Mario Party 8. That's $1. It's a $25 game easily. Epic Mickey, not a very good game. Doesn't sell for more. It's like $10. Still a good price for $1. But when I opened it up, I noticed that there were 2 discs in the case, and one of them was Wii Sports. This is a $15 game just for with the disc. Sells FBA as fast as you can send them in most of the time for me. So was not too wasn't sorry to find that deal. But then I found a few Xbox One games. They didn't have very many Xbox One or PS4 games, so I told them that I wanted to buy them all. And basically they let me have these for $25, a little bit less than $10 a game. But Rocksmith is about $20 without the cable. If I had the cable for this, it would be worth about $40. Battlefield 4, not real valuable, $15 or $20. And this new Final Fantasy Typo HD, this just came out, so it's still selling for about $30, $40, something like that. So make a nice little chunk on those. And then there were a lot more PS4 games, and I saw the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and the Shadows of Mordor. There are some good ones in here, and I gave them $10 a game for these. So I paid $70. These are all really, really high-ranking games, so I know that they'll sell within probably a week of hitting the warehouse if I price them right. And I should get about 120, roughly, for all of them. Just one at a time. There are a couple that probably sell a little bit slower, but really Xbox One and PS4 games don't stick around very long, so I'm willing to take a little bit less return than I'm used to, just because I know that they're going to be gone like that. I also found, I started going through all the Xbox 360 and PS3 games. Basically, I took anything that I thought I could get more than $10 for. Now, when I got them home, they gave me what looks like 12 games, right? And I paid $5 a game. But once I got them home, because I was doing the lot thing and I was just like boom, 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 trying to move fast and get out of there before they had time to think about it really too much. I feel like when you're dealing with pawn shops, sometimes you get them on a roll. You start moving, you start shaking, you start getting them in the, all right, let's get him out of here. This guy just wants to make a deal. Just fast and furious, then you can get better prices. But when I got home, I forgot to check all the cases. That one was missing the disc. That'll cost me. And this one had the install disc, no play disc. Grand Theft Auto 5, that's a $25 game right there with the play disc. So I don't know, maybe I'll check eBay and see if I can find a play disc cheap. Like I said, it sells for $25, $30, something like that on FBA, so if I can get it for less than $10, probably be worth it since I paid less than $5 technically. If all else fails, I can use the case for something, but all the other games, still going to do okay. I mean, I paid, like I said, $50, so $5 a game for what was left, and I should clear $130 between all of them, so not the worst. But while they were going through all that stuff and trying to come up with just prices to let me know what they could sell this stuff for, I was looking around a little bit and I found this guy. It's a Cuisinart coffee grinder, and this is kind of a bolo. Anytime you see the burr grinders, yep, that there. The burr grinders are worth a little bit more. They had a $30 price tag on it, and honestly, I was picking blind. I've been having trouble with the data on my phone. For some reason, whenever I'm out and about, it seems like I just can't get internet, but I'll have full bars, but no internet, and it's very frustrating. I've got to call my company, I guess, and see what's going on. I don't know if it's like some kind of outage in the area, but it's been going on for the past few days, and it's getting a little frustrating, especially today when I was in this pawn shop. I really would have liked to scan all this stuff first, but I mean, I kind of knew what I was getting, but there was a lot of stuff that I left there that I feel like I could have done okay with if I would have been able to confirm that I was going to make something on it. But this guy at $15, like I said, they had a $30 price tag on it. I had them look them up. They sold it to me for $15. At that price, I couldn't really pass it up. I should get about $50 for it on FBA and the box and everything like this. So that wasn't the worst flip ever. Also got a 2DS. They wanted 60. I got it for 50. One thing that I wanted to note when you're looking at these things, the 2DSs, the 3DSs, first of all, make sure they have the stylus. Always check the game slot because you never know when it'll have a bonus game. This is about a $5 or $10 game. No big deal. Batman, Lego. But there's also an SD card slot. And a lot of times, guys put big SD cards in here. Like this one had a 4 gig card in it. And, I mean, you can get $10, $15 for these on eBay. And they sell pretty quick. And, so yeah, I mean, at $50, I might be able to get like 80 for it on Amazon, but I needed one of these anyway just to test games. And this is the cheapest version of the 3DS. So I figured I'd like to have one of these around, and plus, you know, my daughter likes to play. So, gotta hook her up every once in a while. Also found this red 3DS. They wanted $150 for this thing. As you can see, if you look, a lot of pawn shops will put the dates on the labels. This one came out in March. So I knew they've been sitting on this for 6 months. They're ready to make a deal. Sometimes they'll pay $20 for something, and they'll put a price tag, just market value on it. And doesn't mean that that's what they're really going to accept once you start dealing with them. So I had them look it up. The best price they could come up with for me was $60. I'll take it. I mean, I should sell this for about $120 on FBA. I mean, it's in really good condition. It's just got a couple scratches. It's got the stylus, and had a 2 gig. Like I said, check that SD card slot. It's got a 2 gig SD card, and it's the Wii SD card, so that might make it a little bit more desirable. I don't know if it'll really make it worth more money, but it'll probably make it sell a little faster. But that's pretty much it. It wasn't a really big haul today, but I spent about an hour in there. I think I spent $400, and minimum return, like just quick and dirty math, $1,200. I think it'll be closer to $1,500 once everything gets sold, and once I really get through everything. I use price charting, which, like I said in some of my previous videos, you know, if you use their values, then it tends to be, it's really good for valuing collections, but they price things low. You can get a lot more on FBA a lot of times for a lot of things, sometimes twice what price charting says that it's worth. Usually they're in the ballpark though, so I like to use it, and they're never really, they're never going to give you a price that's higher than what you can get, at least not very often in my experience. So that's it. That's what I picked up today. Hope that this video helped you all a little bit, and if you've got any questions, concerns, suggestions, whatever, I've got a Facebook group called the Reseller Wake Up where you can post anything you want pretty much over there. You can also just comment in the comment section below down there. If you hit that subscribe button, then you'll get updates whenever I post a video. I've got a morning show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday where we go and just talk about reselling for an hour. So if you're not familiar with the Reseller Wake Up, come and see us. There's a live chat. If you can catch us live, we'll be able to answer your questions right then and there. And of course, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate that. Thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like the content, like I said, hit that thumbs up. Always helps us out. But I will talk to you all very soon, and I hope to see you on the morning show.